3-day trip in Hangzhou. Also, first time traveling alone with a girlfriend. Let's do this. Hangzhou is a very nice city located near Shanghai, and we got here by taking the high-speed train, and it took 50 minutes and it cost $7. Then we checked in at our hotel, and my favorite hotel chain to stay at in China is called Atour, and I can highly recommend it if you ever come to China. It's always super clean and modern, and in terms of price point, it's probably middle or upper middle. We are paying around $60 per night here. And that includes a really good Chinese breakfast, which will be shown later. Okay, let's move. So the main attraction when coming to Hangzhou is West Lake. And here it's all about the lake and the parks and temples and all the roads they have built around the lake. And we have now made it to the lake. So I haven't seen a view like this without buildings in the background for such a long time, because these kinds of views don't really exist in Shanghai, because there are so many tall buildings over there. Although I do like tall buildings, I think this is also nice. And in the long term, I think this is probably preferred. And now I understand a little bit why so many people in Shanghai are tired of all the tall buildings. So Westlake is very big, so we will definitely not be able to cover it in one day, but I think we should be able to cover most of it in 2 days. So we have made it to the first park, and I really appreciate how clean they are keeping this park. Here they have a lot of fish, although it's not having an effect on my appetite. So the only thing I would say you need to think about before coming to Hangzhou is if China's president is gonna be here. Because if he's gonna be here, then he's gonna stay at Westlake, and then they're gonna close down the entire Westlake because of security reasons. But besides that, I don't think there is anything else. Of course, there's gonna be a lot of people here during the weekend. So we have made it to another part of Westlake. So what is my relationship with lakes? As far as I can think of, I have two relations with lakes. The first one is, if I can't fall asleep, then I've heard it's good to imagine something calm. And then I like to imagine a calm and still lake at night. And then there is a boat in it with a moon above. Yes. And secondly, I think I've swum in a lake around 5 times in my life. Okay, either way, I've had enough lake for today. Hello, hello. We just got back from Westlake, and let me tell you this, I feel absolutely tanked. It feels like I got hit by a truck. Let me tell you this, tourist attractions in China on weekends are no joke. There are so many people. So we took the bus back home, and I think we traveled 5 kilometers and it took us 45 minutes. I'm not complaining, I'm just reporting what happened. But either way, now we are gonna rest a little bit, and then we're gonna go and get some dinner. Okay, for dinner we are gonna have conveyor belt sushi. Shall we have a bite? Next we are gonna walk Hangzhou's biggest walking street, located just beside Westlake. And it's the standard, a lot of stores and a lot of people. Very nice, I think. And also the air quality is very nice now in the evening. So it's been a very long day, so I'm gonna end the day by stretching a little bit. Watch me if you're there. Good morning. I'm starting off the day by going on a mission, and that mission is to visit a Chinese bakery I saw yesterday. And Chinese bakeries, they sell breads that are very different compared to Western bakeries. So if you've never been to one before, it's something I can recommend. I will most likely not buy anything, just looking is enough. So this is what a Chinese breakfast buffet can look like, and in my opinion, I think it's much better compared to a Western breakfast buffet with their bacon and sausage. I would say here they have better variation and it's also more friendly. Just finished breakfast, and in my humble opinion, I think I destroyed it. Needless to say, I will be remembered. No, I won't. So today we are going to continue walk Westlake and its surroundings, and we are starting off at this temple called Visting, and this is a great place to relax and finding that inner peace. And when I'm here, I feel like I'm getting in touch with my emotions, and I'm also realizing that we should not act too much on our emotions, because we all know what happens to men who act too much on their emotions, and it's not pretty. I think that when it comes to emotions for men, we need to be more calculated and not act just because we feel like it. And of course, we need to realize that actions have consequences. Okay, let's go to the next temple. We have made it to another temple, so let me answer the question why you should come and visit these temples. First off, the temples are nice to look at, and then there is also a lot of culture. There's also a lot of statues that are also nice to look at, but based on my information, it's not allowed to film those, or it's not preferred at least. I would say that in China, compared to the West, a lot of people here believe in religion. And I have been to these temples before, and there are people of all ages here. But based on my observation, there's usually more women than men here. And Buddhism is the main religion here in China. So next we are gonna go and say some prayers. And the way you do it is that you go to one of the statues and say your wish, and then you can't say it to anyone what it was. It's also common to come here and show some gratitude if something good happened to you recently. And in general, I think it is good to believe in faith or in a greater power. And I would say that I also do so, but it's not like I think about it every day. And religion also helps to maintain tradition, which can be both good and bad, I guess. And when it comes to women, in my opinion, being traditional is attractive, I think. And based on a personal observation, I would say there is definitely more traditional women here in China compared to the West. We have now probably seen over 100 temples and statues, and we've also seen a lot of people praying. And it seems like the main thing people are praying for is money, happiness and finding a partner. In my opinion, all of these things can be solved with self-improvement. And the two temples we went to are called, I'm gonna pronounce this wrong, probably, Visting and Lingyin. And yes, either way, let's go home now. Okay, I have realized now that I really need to improve my Chinese. Because there are Chinese people who look at me like I've lost my mind like when I speak Chinese. But I'm trying, although lately I've not been studying as much as I want. And let me tell you this, I can almost guarantee that some of them are making me repeat myself on purpose. I've always looked down a little bit on when Western people speak Chinese because of their pronunciation. But now I realize I'm just as bad as them. So our last destination for today is gonna be that we are gonna go to the riverside by Hangzhou. And this is a great place to come if you want to see the skyline of Hangzhou. And this is similar to the Bund in Shanghai, although some people think this is better because it's more modern and definitely less people here. And the light, they close at 10, I think. Okay, we've been here now for around 30 minutes and we don't want to be too greedy. Let's go home. Hello, hello. Today is day 3 and our final day here in Hangzhou. And to be honest, I'm feeling ready to go home because I do believe a man with goals is happiest when pursuing his goals. So we're starting off today at this square called Westlake Cultural Square, and it is a very nice and open place with a lot of tall buildings surrounding it, which I think is always nice. Okay, so we have reached our final destination, which is back at Westlake. And it's been a good trip, and today is definitely the clearest day. Okay, either way, thanks for watching.